We are here at the Ashburn Fire and Rescue Department. We have Angel Fire, black bean salsa, or black bean chili salsa. We're going to start with the mild, and then we're going to move on to the jalapeno, then we're going to move on to the habanero, and then we're going to move off to the Chile ghost pepper black chili salsa. Alright, and I was told that it's about the flavor of and the deliciousness of the black bean chili salsa. So here we go. Start off with Chief Bayano. He's going to introduce the other two mates here for the salsa review.
I have with me Firefighter Mark. Yes.
Hey, Mark.
And Firefighter Taylor Long.
Taylor.
And today's Angel Fire's mild black bean chili salsa. Short list of ingredients: tomatoes, black beans, onions, and spices.
What's that other thing in there?
Ferrous gluconate, a natural color enhancer.
I've never seen it on any label before. Now, I want to make a point because since I've never heard. What does it say next to that?
It's a natural color enhancer.
Natural color enhancer. All right. Just gonna put that on there so you guys can see it. I'll see if we can get that unblurred here, but it's not going to come in clear. Sorry about that. But it's 100% all natural salsa, so it's a weird ingredient, color enhancer. So maybe get a little explanation before I put up the review on that.
Yeah, it's got it's a nice odor to it. Black bean definitely adds. You open it,
Let's get a look at that.
Open it, you get a nice big thick black bean.
Is that corn in there?
No, it's black bean. No, it doesn't have corn. It's just black bean.
Okay.
Onions. You can see the onions, nice chunky. I mean, it's not chunky, but it's thick.
Let's get that on the spoon. There we go. That's nice.
It's good. I love black beans, so.
All right. Good. That's a good start. The word good is always good.
Oh yeah, definitely a good black bean smell.
Does it smell woodsy?
Does not smell woodsy.
Okay, that's good.
It's got another scent to it that I'm trying to figure out what it is.
The mystery of the spices.
Yeah.
It's got a chili.
Yeah, definitely has smells like some chili powder.
Like cumin.
That's what it is.
Maybe it's a cumin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely mild. It's a good salsa, good. Not too sweet. You taste the black beans. Black beans are a good add to it as well.
So a good start?
Yeah, it's a good, nice, mild, thick salsa.
Okay. Over to Taylor.
Smells pretty good. It's really good. It tastes like almost a burrito with that tortilla.
All right, let's start off with a chip. Let's back swing around again. No, guys, don't get too filled up because we do have full sauces to do. And I'm sure the black bean's a little heavy on the chip, right?
Yeah, really good. No spice to it.
No
None
spice?
whatsoever. No.
Well, that's why it's mild. I mean, we're going to move up the ladder and we'll get a overall from that, and we'll see what you say then. But that's a good. You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little bland, but it's not bad.
All right. So let's say you're going to give it a flaming star rating before these two guys get at it. What are you going to get?
As far as like black bean salsa goes, I'd give it a 2.5.
2.5. So it's pretty average.
Yeah, it's pretty average. Kind of a little
Okay.
bland.
All right, Chief. What are you thinking?
It was good. It's almost not now sauce. It's almost like a side.
A side dish?
Yeah, or a sauce. It's like if I were to make a burrito, I'd probably put it in the burrito
Well, that's a good thing.
as a sauce. But I don't know if I'd use it as a
Chip?
chip salsa. But it's good. I mean, I'd give it a 3. You know, 2.5, 3. I give it 3 because
Not all sauces need to be eaten with a chip.
Yeah,
Mind you,
yeah.
you know,
Well, salsa
having it
is
with
sauce.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, you know.
Yeah. So it's 3. It's got good taste. You know, it's mild. So it is what it's advertised to be. It's really good. Probably a really good black bean chili.
So here we go. We got a good start so far.
All right. You get a good scoop here. My chip broke.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Nice
Yeah,
and
so
thick.
it's a nice, thick, heavy one. Yeah, not a whole lot different with the chip. Definitely have to agree with Chief here. It's definitely more like a side to anything. Not a solid chip dip salsa, but still a good salsa. I'd give it a 2.5 star rating.
So it's pretty average for you.
Yep.
All right, Chief, we got the next one. It's the jalapeno one.
Yeah, we're going to move on to the jalapeno black bean chili salsa. And this is basically the same ingredients with the addition of jalapeno peppers. It does have the label. It may contain wheat, soy, peanuts. So I think they're pretty responsible in putting that. Not
Just made it in a place that probably has something like that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Again, it's got that nice black bean smell to it.
You think it's cumin?
It's cumin. It's definitely chili. It's definitely a chili powder. So
Okay.
yeah, chili spice. So.
All right. Better? Worse?
So it tastes
Same?
the initial bite. Maybe if I stir it up and get another bite. The initial bite is really the same. A little bit of jalapeno flavor in it, but there's really almost no spice to it.
All right. So sticking to the mild. Okay, Taylor, what do you think?
I think it actually tastes pretty good.
Is it a little bit better?
Yeah,
Improved?
definitely a little bit better. It's not spicy, but definitely tastes good.
What do you? What's the difference? Is it the pepper taste? You taste any jalapeno in it?
I don't know if I taste jalapeno specifically, but that's probably what it is.
All right. What do you think about the heat?
No heat.
No heat?
No
So
heat.
it's the same.
Yeah, but the flavor's better.
Flavor's better. Okay. Mark?
All right. Stir it up a little bit. Made sure I got some jalapeno seeds in here.
Medic 622, shooting on scene.
Medic 622 to 1910.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, there is no jalapeno heat, but all the jalapeno flavor.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing for you?
That is a good thing because I really enjoy the flavor of the jalapeno pepper. I do like heat, so I'd like the jalapeno heat, but I would label this almost as another mild salsa.
Okay.
But
have
it,
it with
it has a good flavor to it.
Try with the chip and see what you think.
Yeah, it does have nice jalapeno flavor.
Yeah.
And the heat comes. There's a little bit in the background, but you know.
Same thing as the original. It's still not a chip salsa, but it's a good flavored salsa. Still have the jalapeno flavoring to it. Good for burritos, sides of anything like
So
that.
are you sticking with the 2.5? You going up? Going down?
I would stick with the 2.5 for this. Didn't hit me as anything special as far as a black bean jalapeno salsa, but it was definitely a solid, like right there in the middle. It was a good one for me. I'd eat it again, but I don't think it's anything that I would write home.
So is that a little
about.
bit better than a 3? Would you think? Than a 2.5? I mean, you gave it an average score, but you're saying it's a little bit above average, and a little above average is at least a 3.
No, it's right there with the average on. For
Okay.
me.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, the flavor profile, it's actually quite interesting. The flavor profile does not change with the chip. So the chip doesn't really add much to it, but the same thing, it doesn't take anything away. So definitely, I'd give it a 3. Excuse me. I'd still give it in the 3 range. It's good. I categorize it mild. You get the jalapeno taste. More of a sauce salsa than a chip dipping salsa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Well, let's move on to the final rating. Before everybody stayed in the same.
Yeah, it's good. Tastes good with the chips. I could definitely eat a lot of that with just chips.
All right. Is it an improvement upon the first one?
Yeah, definitely an improvement. What did I give the last one? 2.5?
Was it 2.5? I've already forgot. We'll have to review. So what do you think based on what
If
you
I give
just
the
said?
last one a 2.5, I'd probably give this one a 3.5. It
This
tastes
is
a lot
slightly.
better. Yeah.
All right. And if you gave the last one a 3, what would you give this one? 3.5? We stick it at a 3.
I would say 3.5.
Stay at a 3.5. All right. So you're going to jump at a half from the previous rating, whatever that was. I've already forgotten it. All right, Chief. We got the habanero one now.
So we'll start with the habanero. Again, onions, the
Same ingredients, but the habanero is
the main
only.
change is the habanero. Very distinct odor to it.
Do they all still smell the same?
I mean, you still get the hint of the black bean, but this one you can tell there's habaneros in it.
You can smell the heat.
Mm-hmm.
You can smell the habanero.
You can tell the habanero, not the heat.
There's some peppers out there, when you smell it, you're like,
Again,
oh.
what they are good at, you know, with the different ingredients, they got that same consistency, that same chunkiness. I mean,
They know what they're doing.
that's very, very consistent in that matter. It's got a little bit more heat. You definitely know it's habanero.
All right. Is it a bad heat? Is it
No, it's
too
good.
hot for you?
No, it's good heat.
Good heat. All right. You okay over there, Taylor? You anxious about the heat? All right.
Find out.
All right. We will.
Yeah, the initial smell is more habanero than the black beans on this one, but you still have the black beans as an
That's
odor
a
on
hefty
it.
spoonful right there.
As a hefty spoonful.
There's a hungry man right there.
No heat up front, still a mild base on it, but you get the habanero at the end, and it's still lingering there.
All right. Is that a good thing?
It is a good thing. It's
got slow rising heat.
yeah, but it's not a hot habanero. It's still a the whole base of it is still a mild salsa, but it has that kicker at the end that I'd probably even rate this medium, if not a hot sauce.
All right. All right. Try with the chip now.
Ted, did you get try it?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go over there. I forgot about that.
The heat comes to you a little bit at the end.
Yep.
Not overbearing though.
No.
Okay.
I'm not sweating yet.
All right, Taylor. What do you think of the heat?
So far, so good.
All right. So it's a good range for you.
Doesn't taste as good as the last one.
No?
I think we're back to square one. Tastes about the same as
The first one.
yeah, this one,
All
which
right.
I didn't really particularly like. So, get it with a chip.
The heat's not bothering you at all, though, right?
No,
Got a good heat. You're decent.
it's not very spicy when you eat it. It's starting to linger though, so.
Yeah, that's what a lot of peppers do. A
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
build up. All right. So what are you gonna give that on a rating wise?
That's probably a 2.5.
2.5. All right. We're going back.
I think they, so far they did a good job with this one. I like that. It's a slow lingering heat. That's good. I like that they, and you know, I found it very difficult to find. They got that habanero taste, so you get taste the habanero, but you don't get that heat from the habanero. I think they've done a real good job of balancing the taste of the habanero with the heat. Again, it's got a slow burn, so you know now. See, so now it's starting to get them.
Ah,
So
there we go.
it's really good. I love it. I would give this one a 4.
A 4. It's
Yeah.
jumping from a 3 to a 4. All right.
I like the black bean. You still taste the black bean. I like the fact that you taste the habanero, but you don't get the heat up front from the habanero. So you get a chance to enjoy the habanero and then get a little bit of heat afterwards. So,
Yeah. Something I would be
All right,
interested.
Taylor.
I'm doing fine.
All right. He's all right. So
Something
far.
I would be interested with this is if you're eating it with a bag of chips, how does that heat take over with you? 'Cause
We have something
it-
we call addictability. The
Yeah.
addictability of a salsa is how far down the jar you can go before you've got enough. You tapped out, or you just enjoying it, whatever it is. If you can
Yeah.
eat the whole jar, that's the highest addictability you can get. But if you just don't like it, or it's too hot for you,
Yeah.
it kind of stalls.
Yeah, I definitely like this. I'd give it a 3.5 star.
Ah, there we go. Another
Flame
jump.
heat rating on it, so
It's getting better.
it's good.
All right.
That heat is definitely good. It's slow heat, but it stays in the game.
All right. Sounds good.
From that,
All right. Now,
from that addictability, I would get further down this jar than I really should, because the taste is good, the heat is slow. So I think the heat would catch
now
up
you
to
you
me.
commented about the first one with the chips.
Uh-huh.
Was this better with the chip, or you just soon as just go at it with a big ladle?
I would go out with the big ladle. It actually is because of the heat and the saltiness and having a little better with the chip. But I don't think the chip adds anything more. Like I said, it'd be good with the with the burrito or
All right.
with
If
fish
you want
or
to play with it a
something.
little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, now we got the Buchalokia pepper, which is the ghost pepper. Just looking over there, see if tail is okay. All right. We got a whole gallon of milk in the refrigerator here at the fire department. Ashburn Fire and Rescue.
Yeah, stir it up so I get some of that peppers up top for Taylor.
Thank you, Chief.
Sure.
Again, they got
Awesome consistency.
they're a master of the consistency across the three of
So
them.
this one's pretty much the same, right?
Yep.
Do you smell anything differently?
It does smell different. You get to smell the underlying smell of the black bean. Smell something else. I'm assuming it's the ghost pepper. I've never really smelled.
Let me get a scent of that. Let me just because I get detect. Right up there, see. Oh, it does smell really good. I don't detect anything but goodness there.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's good. But
It smells like chili. I mean, really, maybe that's why they're calling it chili. It smells like chili.
right heat.
Right off the bat?
That heat's up front on you.
Good thing or bad thing?
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
Good.
All right.
Ooh.
So
It's got that.
the ghost pepper is slow, so it'll build.
It's got that earthy. It's got a little bit of earthy taste to it.
Taylor, he never complains about the heat, so that could be bad for you.
Angel's fire.
Yep.
You have a guest.
So it's cheap.
Say hello to the camera.
Hello, camera.
All right, there we go.
Camera.
Is that the super chief?
That's Chief Milburn. He's one of the long-time members here.
There we go. All right, Mark.
I don't smell the heat of the pepper on this one, but
See if
it knocks
I
us
can
out.
still smell how good that smelled. I mean, that's such an attractive thing for most people because they will always smell.
It is.
That is really a great smell. It smells like chili.
It's chili, but it's almost got a sweetness to the smell. I like it. It smells good.
I didn't get hit with the Jalokia pepper heat up front.
Not yet.
Uh-uh.
It's a slow building pepper.
Oh, it's good.
It
You're starting to sweat.
it tasted a lot like the habanero one off the beginning. Not the heat of the pepper that I've had hit yet.
All right, is
We'll
it
see
good,
if it-
bad?
oh, it's definitely good. I mean, I rated the habanero 3 or 5. So
Okay.
Just get a big old spoonful.
There he goes. Not backing down. Taylor got roped into these reviews here, just to let you know.
Tastes a little bit better than the last one, so we'll see how the slow build goes. Tastes about the same as
The jalapeno?
yeah, the jalapeno one. I guess I just don't like
Habaneros.
So far so good. Chip.
All right.
Chip
Chip.
time.
Yes.
Oh, let's eat some more of that stuff.
You ain't full yet?
2 spoonfuls. So
How's it fare on the chip?
It's good on the chip. It's starting to get a little bit spicy.
All right.
Come back in about 30 seconds, see if I'm sweating.
So, so you gonna give it a similar rating as the jalapeno?
I give it the same rating as the jalapeno.
3?
It's good flavor and it's just spicier.
All right. So you give that a 3 as well? All right.
I would definitely eat it though.
yeah, let's get this one.
Down to 314, take back orders.
I like that. Go for another one.
It's not too hot. Yes, if it was really a lot of jalokia, then it would be a lot more painful than it is.
Yeah. It's good. I like this.
So they did a good job of not overwhelming you, just getting the flavor of the pepper.
Yeah.
Do you taste the pepper? I mean, you taste the jalapeno, you taste a little bit of the habanero. Can you differentiate the pepper?
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that it's a jalokia pepper. The heat is low. You know, taking 2 bites back to back. It's starting to tingle on the sides.
But that's a good thing. Tingle's a good thing.
I would give this one a 4 too. I like this.
All right, good.
From a heat perspective.
Okay, Mark, you get to wrap it up.
all right,
Final chip.
Yep.
I get a nice
kicking
scoop
in.
there.
So what do you think?
Still, as with all the rest of them, the chip really didn't do anything to add to it. Nothing to take away from it. Still no real heat. Like you said, the jalokia is a slow building pepper with the heat. You got a good flavor with it.
Did you feel any heat before when you had it with the spoon? Did it build on you at all?
Not as much as the
You
habanero.
got a nice heat tolerance.
Yeah, the habanero definitely hit me a little more. I can definitely feel myself sweating right now, though.
All right, so that's your react. That's how I
Um,
usually react.
You know what happened at that intersection they just punched out?
That was definitely a good one. Definitely flavorful Terlokia pepper here.
All right, so what would you rate that last one?
I would give this another 3.5. This and the
3.5?
habanero have been my top two of the four of these flavors.
All right, I guess we'll end it
Definitely
like
good
that. I'd like to thank Angel's Fire for the reviews. Great smell. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but I will before this. Well, I'm going to turn off the camera now. But thank you very much, Angel Fire. Have a great day.